I recently came across a true story shared by a family friend, a tale that has haunted me ever since I heard it. It all happened in a secluded cabin in the woods, a place they rented for a quiet family getaway. The cabin at Ridgewood was perfect, quaint, surrounded by trees, and miles away from the nearest town. My friend, Sarah, her husband, and their 2 kids arrived on a sunny afternoon, excited to disconnect from their busy lives. Little did they know, this trip would become their worst nightmare. The first night, everything seemed normal. They had dinner, played board games, and went to bed early, tired from the long drive. It was around 3 a.m. when Sarah woke up to a strange noise coming from outside. It sounded like faint whispers mixed with the rustling of leaves. She assumed it was just the wind and went back to sleep. The next morning, Sarah found the front door slightly ajar. She was certain she had locked it before bed, but she brushed it off, thinking maybe she hadn't closed it properly. The day went by without incident, but as night fell, an uneasy feeling settled over her. That night, the whispers returned, louder this time. Sarah's husband, Mark, heard them too. They decided to check outside, but found nothing unusual, just the dense, dark forest surrounding the cabin. They locked the door again, double-checking it this time. Around 4 a.m., they were jolted awake by a loud bang. It sounded like something heavy had hit the front door. Mark grabbed a flashlight and cautiously opened the door, but there was nothing there. No sign of anyone or anything that could have made such a noise. They stayed up the rest of the night, unable to shake the feeling that they were being watched. The following day, they decided to leave the cabin and explore the nearby town. They spoke to a local shop owner about the strange occurrences. The man's face grew serious, and he told them that the cabin had a dark history. Years ago, a hermit who lived there went missing under mysterious circumstances. Since then, many guests had reported eerie experiences, hearing whispers and seeing shadowy figures at night. Determined to finish their vacation, Sarah and her family returned to the cabin, hoping that knowing the history would put their minds at ease. But that night was the worst yet. The whispers were now inside the cabin, surrounding them. They heard footsteps in the hallway, even though everyone was in their rooms. Mark got up to check, only to find the hallway empty. Suddenly, the whispers turned into a low growl, and all the lights went out, plunging them into darkness. In a panic, they grabbed their children and fled the cabin, leaving everything behind. As they drove away, Sarah looked back and swore she saw a shadowy figure standing in the doorway, watching them leave. They never returned to Ridgewood Cabin, and to this day, Sarah believes that something sinister resides there, something that doesn't want to be disturbed. The experience left them shaken, and they vowed never to speak of it again. But the memory lingers, a constant reminder that sometimes the things that go bump in the night are more real than we want to believe.